Wait for some people to come in, and then we're gonna start the message. Yo, what's good, bro? How you doing? Happy holidays, happy holidays. Yep, same to you and the rest of the family out there. I appreciate it. Yes, sir. Yeah, about to do this little church thing. Right. Likewise, yeah, I'm about to run some errands after this too. Yeah. I'm good, man. Taking it one day at a time, man. So you can do it, right? Just one day at a time, man. You know, fighting those little light battles, but I'm here though, so can't complain too much, man. Can't complain too much. Yep, definitely. Yep. So, folks, I'm gonna jump right into the message, and some other people will come in later. But, you know, whoever catch this live after, whoever's on here, I got a message, a little quick message. You know, God wanted me to let y'all know, you know, a gift to give yourself, because, you know, the holidays is tomorrow. Well, you know, we already in the holiday spirit, but, you know, Christmas is tomorrow for those that celebrate it. You know, some people going to be celebrating Kwanzaa and stuff on Tuesday. So whatever you celebrate, you know, happy holidays to you. But I want to leave you with this message that I got from God or whatever the past few days that I want to give to y'all, and this is a gift to give to yourself. So the message is a little more serious than the other ones I've been dropping lately, which is not to say that the other ones weren't serious, but it's just a little more stern, a little more, you know, on your head with it. So it's about when you're gonna stop playing it short. Playing it small rather. When are you gonna stop playing it small? So many videos ago, I did, you know, a video talking about how from childhood we all, or most of us, were that child that was afraid to raise our hand in the class, afraid to raise your hand and to get the answer wrong, afraid to participate because you thought others were gonna laugh at you, afraid to do different things that was out of the box of the norm, because we felt like we were going to embarrass ourselves. Like I said, we thought people was going to laugh at us. We thought people was going to make fun of us. You know, all those different things that's on the same line as that. And we don't realize how we carried, most of us that did that, we don't realize how we carried that into adulthood. And that affects a lot of things that we do in our adult life and our everyday life, from the smallest thing to the biggest thing. Like I said, it could have been something small about raising your hand in the class to answer something that you knew the answer to, but you just was embarrassed because you didn't want nobody thinking that you was a nerd. You didn't want nobody thinking that you was a know-it-all. You didn't want to make nobody feel inferior to you because you were smart and others may have not been as smart as you. That's playing it small. So like I said, some of us did that and we carried that into adulthood. We don't realize that that stops us from a lot of things we're supposed to pursue and a lot of things that we're supposed to be doing on our path. So as you got older, it could be simple things. You don't want to go to a certain event because or not even that you don't want to go to the event, but you don't want to go out dressing everybody because you don't want to be the center of attention, even though that's just your personality. You don't want nobody to feel like they're inferior to you. You don't want to be looking like you're trying to get the center of attention, when it's really not about that. It's about you shining in the essence that you're supposed to shine into and be, because that's what you were blessed with. If you were blessed with the light, you're meant to shine in any area that you go. If you're the most best dressed there, then so be it. That's not you trying to outdo anybody or trying to make anybody feel smaller than you or trying to be bigger than anybody. That's just you being you. As long as you come into that environment and with respect and love, that's what it's about. But that's stuff like that. Simple things is playing it small, and that's just simple things. It could be you have a talent, but you don't want to get on the stage in front of the mic because you don't want to make everybody feel inferior again, because they might not have the voice like you. They might not have that gift to be vocal like you. They may not have the words of wisdom that's coming out of your, thank you God, that's coming out of your soul that you have. So that's playing it small. So therefore you just stay in the seat. When somebody says, hey, anybody want to come bless the mic? Anybody want to come say some words of wisdom? Anybody want to say a prayer? Whatever it is, you play it small and just stay in the seat and don't spread your talent. When God gave you that talent to spread to the world, you don't give your words of encouragement because you want to play it small, because like I said, you don't want to feel like you putting the light on you. You don't want to feel like you being a know-it-all. You don't want to feel like you being all of these things that people in the world label us as, and those are the things and the labels that keep us from being our authentic self. So this is what I'm saying. The message is telling you, when are you going to stop playing it small? You playing small and thinking about everybody else's feelings, thinking about everybody else, how it's going to affect them, how it's going to make them feel. It's not your job and it's not your duty. Your duty is to be the best version of yourself and exactly who God intended you to be, and he put inside your heart and your soul to be. So that's you shining your light to the world. So many of us, that's the gift that God, the universe, and your ancestors want you to give to yourself for whatever you celebrate, Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever it is. That's your gift that should be given to yourself, of not playing it small, of being in your authentic self and playing your role in this world to shine like the light that you were meant to be and why you were put here on this earth. So like I said, it could be small things from just not wanting to be the best dressed in the room, so you wear something simple because you don't want to be the center of attention, or you don't want to feel like you're showing anybody up. It could be getting on that stage, like I said. You don't want to get on the mic when they say anybody want to bless the mic, because you don't want to make anybody feel inferior, or you don't want to make your talents known where you make people feel less than you, or people hating on you. People are going to hate you regardless. They're going to hate you whether you speak, whether you say anything. They're going to hate you regardless. Some people hate people because they be nice to them. There's people that be nice and give gifts or do something or say some words of encouragement to people, and the people will hate them for that. And the person means them good, but the people just, for some reason, they just have hatred in their heart towards that person. And a lot of times the hatred that they have towards you or somebody else really has nothing to do with you. It's something within themselves that they hate about themselves. And again, when your light comes and shines on them, or when you can be a genuine person to them, regardless of how they treat you, it's a reflection to them of really how they are. So, those are the things that God, the universe, and ancestors want us to really work on these holidays going into 2024, about not playing it small, not worrying about others' feelings, as far as not treating them bad, but not worrying about how your light makes them feel, how you shining in your purpose makes them feel, because that's not our job and that's not our duty. Our duty is to be our authentic self, the best version we could be, being a great person, working on ourselves every day, and putting our gifts and talents and abilities that we were blessed with on this earth. Word, exactly, bro. Right, exactly. But that's exactly what God wants us to do. Work to do those things, not playing it small, making sure we play in our position, because, okay, thank God, that's what I want to say before I forgot that. Sometimes we could come into somebody's life. God could put you in many people's lives. It don't matter, relationship. It could be in a relationship. It could be at your job. It could be church, wherever you go. And we could see somebody doing something. We have the knowledge of of the exact answer they need, but we might play it small because we're thinking, oh, I don't want to say that, and they don't want to be cool with me no more. I don't want to say that, and they take offense to it. I don't want to do that, so let me be a people pleaser and just don't say nothing and just let them do whatever they're doing, even though I know that's going to lead to a road of destruction for them, or I know something that can help them, heal them. It could be, I'll give you an example. I had somebody that was dating the ex, right? She had bad psoriasis. So she would get it real bad. She would have to always go get steroid shots and stuff from the doctor. And that stuff was really strong. Excuse me. But she had it really bad on her hands and her feet and everything. Her skin, it was really bad. So I was taking, at the time, this herb, which is a flower called echinacea. I was taking droplets. And there's the brand was, I think it was Nature's Answer. That was the brand, but it was echinacea. So at the time, I didn't know that, you know, it could help for what she was going through. I just was using it for my own immune system because in the spring and stuff like that, in the summer, I would get bad allergies. So it would help me keep from being congested and stuff when you just take 3 times a day, you put about 28, I think, milliliters into a little bit of water. You do it 3 times a day, drink it, and you be good. And it's good for you. It's great for your immune system. But anyway, so one day she was there in my house and I was looking at her hands. I was like, yo, we gotta figure this out, because she would get it real bad on her palms, like it would be real, like it would just black out, just dry skin, it would be really bad. So one day I just told her to take it while she was there, like, hey, just try it out. I kid you not, God is my witness. The next day, when she looked at her hand, the whole hand, the palm was cleared up, literally in less than 24 hours. Because of the echinacea that I told her to try. Now, when I think back on these things now, because sometimes when we think about old relationships and stuff, that especially if it didn't work or whatever the case is, whatever type of dynamic it was with whoever we're not around anymore, we think it was a waste. We think that we wasted our time. We think that we didn't get out of it what we thought. Instead of thinking, wait a minute, I was put in their life to help them heal certain things. Maybe it wasn't for us to be together for long term, but I was put in their life by God because I had certain knowledge and intuition to help them with something that was a health issue for them for years, and they didn't have that guidance or that answer to. So when I think back on things now, that's stuff like that about not playing it small. If I never said, hey, try this, she would have never probably knew that something that natural, instead of having to go to the doctor to get steroid shots all the time, which would affect her body over time because they're very strong in her system, she would have never knew that she could take something natural from the earth, like a flower, like echinacea drops, and that will heal her psoriasis because it's going straight into her bloodstream, and it's literally hands, everything. Even I told her to use shea butter more, the white one, not the one that that's mixed with the yellow coloring looking one, just the plain regular one. That would clear her hand up immediately. So that's what I'm saying. By not playing it small, by me playing my role and doing what I'm doing, I was helping be a healer to her for something that was really a detriment to her health. But that's the example I just wanted to give y'all. By we get put in people's lives too, to also not play it small, to also be vocal. Sometimes they might not like it, sometimes they might not take the advice, but it's just up to us, and it's for us to just say something. It's just for us to do our role. Maybe they'll take the advice 2 years down the line, 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line. But when they think, they'll always think back of you and remember, oh, snap. This is why this person was telling me this. This is why my old friend was telling me this. This is why my ex was telling me this. This is why my old business partner, whatever it is, whenever we're not around them, it will hit them later if it don't hit them at that moment. But that's us playing our role and not worrying about who is going to offend. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. A lot of times we don't say things that we know can help people because we don't want to offend nobody. A lot of times we don't speak our minds when we're supposed to because we don't want to offend the world. And that's not our role to worry about who we offend. I'm not talking about if you're trying to just disrespect people for no reason. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about offending people by just saying the truth about what can help them, what needs to be said, what needs to be heard. Sometimes people don't know how to take it at that moment. And then later on, they'll think it like, I understand now. They just wasn't in the place to take it. Sometimes people, like they say, you got to mix the food with the medicine. Prodigy said that, God bless his soul. A lot of times you gotta mix. Sometimes we gotta mix the food with the medicine. Give people little by little. But as long as we give it to them so they can put their ear out to it and listen. And sometimes we just gotta give them the full medicine and just, hey, it is what it is. And a lot of people don't like that. But it's not up to us to always try to tiptoe, play it small, worry about who we're gonna offend, who we're gonna dismiss from our life because they didn't like what we told them that was really meant to help them, or really the truth that they needed to hear that nobody else is gonna tell them. And we telling them out the kindness of our heart and because we love them. A lot of times we can't worry about that. We have to play those roles, because if we don't play that role, we're doing a disservice to the world. We're doing a disservice to ourselves. So that's a gift that God wants everybody to give to themselves during this holiday, going into this new year, even though we know a lot of people celebrate the real new year into spring. But as far as going into a new year 2024, that's what God wants everybody to gift themselves. To know how to not play small. So if it's something you want to do, don't think small about, oh, I want to be, if it's no millionaires in your family, and you be like, well, if you got the gifts and the abilities and the talents to do it, but then you like, but I can't do that. That's not possible. How can I be that? That's playing it small. Don't think like that, because the reason why God put that in your heart to think like that. It's the reason why he put it in your soul to have these gifts and abilities, because those talents are going to help you get closer to doing that. You just got to set some type of plan and which direction and guidance that you can do to get to that millions. So don't think small. It's possible. This world is of infinite possibilities. Anything is possible in this world, especially in America, where we live at. Anything is possible. That's why people come to America, to make their dreams and everything possible. Anything is possible. So don't think small. If it's something you want to do, like I said, do it. Just find a plan and the right order of things that you can make it possible. Anything is possible. We cannot think small. You can't be thinking, oh, well, I want to do this and perform here and make this happen, but I can never play in a stadium. I can never do that. Why would people come see me? You can't talk like that. That's thinking small. You should be thinking bigger, because God is a person of big blessings. He's a person of big abundance and prosperity, and making sure he brings bigger into your life, than you ask for. As long as God sees you setting yourself up in a position to do that, and as long as you have faith and you're doing what you're supposed to do on a daily basis to work on yourself and how you treat the world and treat others, you're going to get blessings bigger than what you're asking for. So you have to think big, because God is a person that does big miracle things. Some things we can't even explain. Even at times when everything look like it's in chaos. That's another thing. Oh, I can't be a person that's in people's lives to help them. Look how my life is. Look what I'm going through. I'm not supposed to be worrying about that. That has nothing to do with your purpose. That has nothing to do with you being a helper. That has nothing to do with you being a healer. That has nothing to do with you being a prophet. Whatever it is, you can keep filling in the title. That has nothing to do with your role and the talent and the light that God put inside of you. That's small thinking about, I can't do that. Look how my life's going. Look at the problems I got. Everybody's going to always have problems. Even when you get to the promised land, or when you get on top of the mountain, you're always going to have problems. Like they said, more money, more problems. You're always going to have some type of issue. But that has nothing to do with you doing what you're supposed to do by helping people. Doing what you were put here to do. Shining. Being that light. Being that great person. Whatever gift and ability that was given to you from birth. That has nothing to do that. So nothing to do with that. So we have to stop thinking small like that, and really focus on what the goal is and what we're supposed to be doing on our path. So like I said, we cannot think small like that. You can't be thinking about, oh, I got this going on, this chaos, this, that. That has nothing to do with you being in the position of what God intended you to be. Those are just obstacles. Hey, what's up? Peace to everybody else that's coming in. But those are just obstacles on your journey that's put there. Why? Yeah, the chaos is there. So you can overcome it, and you could build that will and determination and that strength mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially, whatever way you want to put it. So when you overcome it, when you learn how to go through the obstacles, when you learn how to get over those hurdles, when you learn how to get out of tight situations, you can now put that as a badge of honor, like the people that go to war in the military when they got the patches and all that. That's how life is. Life is just like that. It's no different from the military. No, life is like that. It's a spiritual war. And we get scars and badges of honors and all that stuff because we get all that. We are warriors. But we are also storytellers from being warriors. And people see our strength through that, and people get motivation and encouragement through that. So those is why you go through the chaos and stuff. But that has nothing to do or why you cannot be the person that God intended you to be. That doesn't mean anything. So the chaos in your life shouldn't stop you from going to pursue whoever you're supposed to be, whatever you're supposed to be doing. That's just more obstacles on your journey to show why you're the right person for the job. Thank you, God. That's more reasons to show why you're the right person for the job. Because people going to be like, if they can make it through that, I need her on my team. If they could make it through that, I need him on my team. If they could do that and still be coming out here treating people good, I need to be like them. I need to be like her, him, whatever the case is, whatever you want to refer to yourself as. So we got to stop thinking small like that. Like I said before about, oh, well, why should I be a motivational speaker? My life is going crazy. I got this going on. Why should I get on the mic and give words of wisdom? I can't even get out of certain situations in my life. You cannot think small like that. You cannot think like that, because that has nothing to do with the title that God put you here to do. That has nothing to do with that. The chaos is happening, like I said, so you can overcome it. You could get strength. So like I said, when people look at you, they're like, damn, if they could get through that and still be on the top of the mountain, I need to get motivation from them. I need to talk to them. I need to know what their secret sauce is. I need to know what they doing, what they reading, what they writing, what they working on, what they meditating, what they praying. I need to know, because they obviously know what they doing. They obviously know how to get out of tight situations. They obviously know how to get through trials and tribulations. They obviously know how to get through the fire. Life is about fighting through it all, good, bad, whatever the case is. But you cannot think small and be thinking that this about yourself and that about yourself, and that's stopping you from being who God intended you to be, in the position he intended to put you in. So like I said, a lot of this started in the beginning of the live. Like I was saying, I did this videos ago. A lot of this started when we was younger, in the classroom. Something simple as afraid to raise your hand and answer a question because you thought everybody was going to laugh, or you didn't want to be a know-it-all, or you didn't want to show you were smarter than everybody in the class, so you played it small. You didn't raise your hand. You waited till somebody else raised their hand to see what they was going to say. And for most people, when somebody else gave the answer, deep within yourself, you said, damn, I knew the answer. I should have raised my hand. You didn't want to be a part of the school play because you thought everybody's going to laugh at you. Thought everybody's going to call you a theater nerd or whatever the case is. You didn't want to get on there and spread your talents because you thought you was going to make everybody feel smaller around you because they was going to get jealous because they were not gifted like you. A lot of this stuff started from childhood, and we carried this into adulthood, and we play it, and we continue to play it small as we got older. Like I said, we get put in people's lives to play a certain role. We don't say nothing and play it small because we don't want to offend them. We don't run them away, even though we know we need to tell them the truth, even though we know what we're saying can heal them, even though we know what we're saying can save their life. A lot of people have regrets from not saying something to somebody that they was close with that could have saved their life because they didn't want to offend them. They didn't want to chase them away. They didn't want to look like the know-it-all or the person that's preaching to everybody. Forget that. That's playing it small. A lot of people don't want to get on the stage, like I said, now as adults, because they scared to be the person that's the know-it-all. They don't want to be showing that, they don't want to be the smarty pants, whatever the case, all of those stupid titles and names that the world give you. We got to stop playing it small. And we got to start being bigger and thinking, not even being bigger, thinking bigger in our head of ourselves. Not worrying about what's going on in your life and saying that, well, I can't do that because look what's going on in my life. Well, I can't be this because how am I going to make it possible? I can't be the first millionaire in my family because of this and that and the third. We got to stop thinking small. You are intended to be all of those great things. You just got to find the right plan and the right guidance of everything you need to do to make that plan work. And that's going to be a part of your story of how you came out of those hard circumstances and you came on top of the mountain and able to stand before people today and tell them exactly how you did it. So that's the message for everybody out there. Happy holidays. For this holidays, for those that celebrate, whether you celebrating Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, going into 2024, is to gift yourself of not playing it small, because you deserve to give yourself something bigger and greater. Because God is not a man, or as God is whatever you want to say, of force, a power, a person, whatever you believe God is. God is not something or someone of small things. Anytime you think big, God is going to give you something even bigger. Your faith just got to be as big as the blessing that you want. And always know that you deserve bigger. So if you want to perform, don't think you can't perform in stadiums. Think that. Stadiums, arenas, whatever it is. If you want to help heal the world, think about it. Don't think about just healing the people in your city. Think about healing people in other states, nations, everything. That's the way you got to think. To make it, to really believe it and make it happen. And know that that's why you was here. Not to just be small, but you was here to make a world difference. So that's the gift that everybody needs to give to themselves. These holidays going into 2024. Stop playing it small. Realize a lot of this stuff for most of us, and a lot of us, started from young, and we continue to carry that playing small mentality as we got older. So if you didn't catch the beginning of the live, I'll really play it back, because the message is very good, it's very deep. A lot of us need to hear this, and it's a lot of gems in there. And I'm just speaking on what God told me to tell y'all a few days ago. Peace to everybody else that's in the chat. What's up to y'all? Happy holidays. Much love to y'all. But now I'm gonna repeat it again. The title: God wants to tell you, when are you gonna stop playing it small? Because we are not here to be small. We are not here to play it safe. We are not here to try to play it safe because we don't want to offend nobody, because we're shining our light. We don't want to offend anybody because we're being our talented self, our gifted self, all of those things that we're putting our soul and our heart and our mind and our body and our spirit to be. That has nothing to do with us about worrying about who we offend, who we make feel lesser than us, by not being a disrespectful person. I'm talking about by being a person of light and shining into the world like you were intended to be. So happy holidays, mama love. Peace out there. Much love. Yeah, so always remember that. Give yourself that as a gift for these holidays going into 2024. Stop thinking that just because you're going through chaotic things, you don't have it all together yet, that you don't deserve to be on that stage. You don't deserve to be a speaker. You don't deserve to be a healer. You don't deserve to be a prophet. Whatever it is that God gave you the ability and the gift to do to the world. Stop taking your circumstances and putting that as the reason of why you're playing small. Those things that you're going through and the chaos you're going through is to help your story be even bigger to the world when you overcome it. Because like I said, the reason why you're going through that chaos right now, because you're the right person for the job that's going to clean it up. Like the custodians, nobody want to do the custodian job. But without the custodians at a lot of those jobs would be done. Because who's going to keep the building clean? Who's going to keep everything working right? Who's going to keep all that running? See, we got to change our mindset and our perspective of how we look at certain positions. Why I always got to go through hard this? Why I got to go through hard time? Why I got to be the cleanup person? Because you the right person for the job, and you the person that keep the world going and keep everything together in your family and in your job and your friendship and your relationship, whatever it is. So stop thinking like that, because you the right person for the job. And when they see you do it, that's when everybody going to come to you and ask, how did you do it? How did you overcome it? How did you get there? How did you wiggle through those trials and tribulations? Even when everybody counted you out, you still found the way. You're the right person for the job. That's why you're going through the chaos. That's why you're going through those hurdles. That's why you're going through the trials and tribulations that you don't see nobody else going through but you, because you're the right person for the job. You're the right person that got the strength to do it and overcome it and still give people grace, still give the world happiness, still give the world joy and being a great person regardless of what you've been through. And when you get to the mountaintop, and when you get to the top of the hill, the cake is going to be that much sweeter and greater. And you're going to have a piece of the pie, and you can share with many people as you want, because you're going to have abundance of it. You're going to have a whole lot more than you asked for. So remember that. And stop playing it small, and stop thinking small, because you're going through this and you're going through that, and you're making up more reasons of why you can't be a big figure or a big light to the world. And that's lies. So please watch the beginning of this live back. I want y'all to get that message and give that gift to yourself for these holidays in 2024. You deserve it, and God wants you to stop playing it small. So peace, blessings, much respect to y'all. I love y'all always. Keep doing your thing. Happy holidays to y'all, to those that celebrate. And like I always say, whether we run, whether we jog, whether we sprint or crawl, because life is that hard sometimes. You can't run, you can't jog, you can't sprint. Only thing you can do is crawl to that destination. But like I always say, somehow, some way, we got to make it to our destination some way. So peace, blessing, much respect, much love. I love y'all always. Happy holidays to y'all. And I'll see y'all in the next video and the next topic. Peace.